Okay, so let's get something straight. Something's definitely coming. We've seen dead rails go silent before, but whenever it's this quiet, it's almost always because something big is brewing behind the scenes. And I've been cooking up two insane theories, not just ideas, but fully fleshed out concepts that actually feel like they're coming real soon. These aren't just random predictions. I've built these theories around in-game patterns, existing assets, and small details the devs might have slipped in without us even noticing. And if these are true, we're about to get the craziest update we've ever seen in Dead Rail's history. Let's start with the first one. And trust me, you'll want to hear this whole thing. Theory 1. Death Altar. New structure and boss event. So imagine this. You're deep into the run, pushing beyond 20,000 meters. You're rolling past mountains when suddenly, something's off. There's a glowing structure tucked behind the ridge, barely visible from the main track. You stop the train. You head out. It's the Death Altar. A strange stone formation, dark and ancient, surrounded by broken candles and blood-stained markings. But here's the wild part. You need 3 golden skulls to activate it. There's already 1 skull placed in the altar when you arrive. But where are the others? One is hidden deep inside the Sterling mine, protected by a minecart puzzle and a group of rogue miners. The second, locked in a dusty cabinet inside Prescott's office, under a security code that requires finding 2 missing journal pages around the map. Once all 3 golden skulls are placed in the altar, nothing happens yet. The altar starts glowing faintly. You're told to wait until it's vampire night. Here's where it gets intense. When that night comes, you must kill 15 vampires or outlaws, drag their corpses over to the altar, and toss them into the circle. Blood spills, lightning strikes, the sky turns pitch black, and then he rises. The Grim Reaper, a flying death entity with 12,000 HP. Completely silent until it screams. He doesn't just damage. 1 hit equals instant death. If you die to him, you cannot revive. That life is just gone. He summons ghosts, transparent, fast, floating mobs with 500 HP and 50 damage per hit. The Reaper moves unpredictably, hovering, vanishing, then reappearing behind you. He's designed to terrify solo players. You'll have to coordinate your whole crew or risk being wiped. Once defeated, the Reaper crumbles into dust and drops his scythe. Reaper's scythe, 150 damage per hit. Long reach, slightly heals you on kill. Can't be repaired, it's cursed. Extra items from this event, golden skulls, can either be used to summon the Reaper or sold for $125 each. Ghost Essence, rare drop from the summoned ghosts, used to craft spiritual upgrades like temporary invincibility potions. This whole event adds mystery, grind, and true endgame danger. It forces players to leave the train, risk everything, and earn insane rewards. Theory 2. UFO Sighting Alien Invasion Event. Alright, here's another one I'm really excited about. There's a 3% chance each night that a UFO appears in the sky. You'll hear a weird static humming. The train lights flicker. Then, someone spots it. A strange glowing disc slowly moving across the clouds. If you ignore it, it disappears by dawn. But if you shoot at it repeatedly, it begins to malfunction, spiraling downward and crashing into the forest nearby. Smoke rises. Your crew stops. You go investigate. That's when the aliens attack. 5 to 10 aliens spawn around the UFO crash site. Each has 300 HP and wields an alien gun which shoots electric blue plasma bolts. They move fast in short teleports and can flank you from behind. Once all are defeated, the last alien drops the alien gun with 10 shots inside. The alien gun fires piercing laser beams that burn enemies over time. Damage is similar to the electrocutioner, but it stacks burn. It sells for $175 and can't be repaired. Onus UFO loot. Alien blood, full bottle, sells for $50 each. Glows in the dark. Force field potion. Mix alien blood with unicorn blood to craft this. When used, it gives you and your crew a bulletproof dome for 30 seconds. Great for final stands or boss fights. More newspapers. Some found near the UFO site talk about government cover-ups, weird experiments, and how Prescott knew. These add lore and hint that the aliens may have visited long ago. New structure. The monolith appears every 20 kilometers. It glows faintly at night and glows brighter on the night when the UFO is going to appear. Some say it calls to the sky. Others think it's just a rock. Now, this next one. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if it's already in development. Dead rails might just be getting a brand new biome. And not just any biome. I'm talking about something totally different from the desert or mines we've seen before. This one takes us to the edge of the map, to where the land ends. Introducing the Coastland, a rugged, weather-beaten shoreline biome, a place where the sea meets the madness. This area would appear past a long stretch of canyons, somewhere between 55,000 and 65,000 meters, maybe randomly after a new weather shift. As you enter the region, everything changes. The terrain becomes steep and uneven, with cliffs, broken docks, tide pools, and rotting boats sticking out of the sand. Seagulls scream overhead, jellyfish pulse in shallow waters, and if you're not careful, you might hear claws tapping. New entities. This biome introduces a totally fresh set of enemies to mess with your strategy. Crabs that swarm your feet, weak but annoyingly fast. Seagulls that swoop down and peck at low-health players. Jellyfish that float in pools and zap you if stepped on. Fisherman zombies that lunge with rusted hooks wearing old waders. And my personal favorite, pirate zombies with tattered hats, broken muskets, and sailor laughs. Structure, the lighthouse. Now here's where it gets creepy. Deep in the fog, you come across a massive lighthouse, completely shrouded. You can barely see 5 meters ahead. This is Dead Rail's first full-blown fog mechanic, and it's not just for show. Inside the lighthouse, something's waiting. A corrupted soul, still bound to its post. The beacon keeper. He used to maintain the light. Now he guards it, mutated by sea salt and undeaf. His body is wrapped in barnacles and ropes. He carries a harpoon arm that he throws and pulls you in with. You need to defeat him to restore the beacon. And when you do, the fog lifts. The pirate ship encounter. And that's when you see it. A cursed pirate ship anchored just offshore, visible only after the beacon is restored. But here's the twist. If you got too close earlier while the fog was still active, the ship's infected crew would have ambushed you early, overwhelming your team before you were ready. Once the light is back on, you can choose to board the ship, climb the gangplank, enter the hull. Every corner is a tight space filled with the sounds of groaning timber and creaking ropes. Then they come, a wave of undead pirates, slashing, shooting, laughing. It's chaos. Boss fight. Captain Dreadmaw. At the top of the ship, you meet Captain Dreadmaw. This guy isn't just some mini-boss. He's a full-blown raid-style fight. 5,000 HP, wields a cutlass that applies bleeding, has a flintlock that knocks you back, can shout, stunning everyone in range, and worst of all, he calls backup from the sea. During the fight, more pirate zombies climb the hull and join in. Rewards. If you manage to beat him, you get his cutlass, a fast melee weapon with bonus bleed damage, and a flintlock pistol with only 1 bullet per night, but it always causes knockback and burn. You might even find maps in his treasure chest, pointing toward future loot in the game. Maybe even an escape route by sea. But that's for another theory. So there you go. First we have the Grim Reaper, then we got invaded by aliens, and now the Coastland is opening up new terrain, enemies, and encounters. I don't know about you, but if Dead Rails drops even one of these ideas in the next update, it could change everything.